All right, good morning, everybody. Today we're looking at FRGT. It's looking pretty good. We see this going from lows of just under 30 cents to highs here of 45 cents, which is a pretty good range. We've got ICU, again, an okay range here from 448 to a high of $10, but realistically probably about 830. Pretty good range, over 100% gains there. It looks like it's sitting around the $6 range right now. We're probably going to break down a little bit more on that one, I would think. We've got COSM here. It's looking pretty good. It did start way down here around 14 cents and worked its way all the way up to just under 19 cents here. So it's got an okay range to it. It is pretty cheap. I'm not really sure if it's my thing or if I'd play it, but we'll see. We've got SHC, yes, SHC here. That was hard to say. 670 to a top here of 830. Not looking too bad right on VWAP. DS, not really a whole lot of volume right now, but earlier on it was looking okay. 39 cents to 49 cents. GLDG is not looking too great, but we've got it from 95 cents here to $1.03, so not even really a good range on that. Wet G not looking too bad here, $1.19 to $1.48, and we have MMAT here going from $1.65 to, it's really hard to even tell where the high is here, 230. So it had a good range. It looks like it's kind of broken down, not really doing a whole lot yet, but again, we'll have to wait and see when this opens. I really don't like Wet G. I mean, we'll see what happens when it opens as well. Same with DS. It might actually replace DS with something else if we find something else kind of like worth watching. We'll have to see here. Let's take a look. There's a couple things we might be able to look at. Yeah, again, that's pretty cheap. Don't really like that. Nope. QH again, maybe. Nope. Nope. Not FUV. MFH just popped up pretty high on that list. Yeah, sure, why not? MFH looks like it's got a decent range to it, $1.03 to $1.56, so that's something that's probably going to be worth keeping an eye on. Let's just make sure everything's on the 1 minute here, because I was switching back and forth earlier. Yeah, okay, looks good. All right, so we're pretty close to open here. I would say if we can get an entry on FRGT, that's probably going to be the first thing we want to do. But we'll see. What else we got going on here? All right, we're opening up. We got to get an entry here. FRGT, gonna try for 40 cents. Oh, not $4, 40 cents. I'm gonna go for about 50 cents on it with a 0.3. Give it a 0.37 stop loss. Yeah, 0.37 stop loss should be fine. 3 cents should be okay. Okay, so 0.37 we're looking at just down here. If we can get lower than 0.40, that would honestly make me a little bit more comfortable, because I'd like to get it below that 200, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, 0.40 is probably the lowest we'll see. Maybe not even, maybe it'll stick here at 0.41. FRGT. We'll see what happens here. COSM, pretty good volatility actually. It looks like it is moving up. We could try a COSM play. I know it's super cheap. We'll just give it 1 cent here. So, I mean, ultimately I'd like to get in this at like 16 cents, because that gives us quite a bit of a range and it's kind of all over the place. 0.16, gonna go for maybe 0.22 and then a 0.15 stop. So with, trying to, even if you hit the high on 16, that's fine, but we want to get 16 on this, and then we can get this down to like the bottom of 15, and honestly, it's going to be quite a bit of room, so that should be fine on COSM. Again, I'm not really too much of a fan of playing these super penny stocks here, like 16 cents, 17 cents. It's not a lot, but that's okay. FRGT did drop down to 40 cents here. It looks like it's moved back up to 42 cents. That's a good place to take a little bit of profit. taking some profit, 0.42 on FRGT. Okay, so, I mean, we took it 42. We're probably going to be taking it more at 44 here. We're going to make that yellow or green. I don't even know why this line's there. So 44, we're going to go for 46 and probably 48, 2 cents each time. COSM looking good. We did hit that 0.16 area, so we got 0.16. You might be able to get at the bottom of this band here if you really want to. It looks like it probably might hit the bottom band, so not the worst option. MFH has climbed up pretty considerably. It is halted at 6:31. It's 6:32, so we have, probably 4 more minutes on that. ICU not doing much. SHC here is looking pretty good. We saw this run from 766 to 860 now. It also halted. So we got quite a few things halting to keep an eye on. Wechi not doing much. MMAT also, looking pretty bullish down here at the $1.90 area, but yeah, I'm still not a big fan of MMAT here, so we're gonna give it some time. All right. Yeah, now we're waiting on halts on these things to see what happens with it. COSM sitting pretty low here. Getting close to that bottom band that we talked about. SHC halted, MFH is halted. ICU is not doing much. GLDG's kind of got a little bit of range to it. $1 to $1.02. We'd probably be looking at least $1.03 if we got in $1. It's not looking too bad. The range isn't like super great on it though. I think I'll shy away from that one. COSM back up. So we did almost touch that bottom band. We're starting to see it curl up a little bit, which is good. FRGT nasty drop. So we secured 2 cents. We're getting pretty close to stop loss now. You could cut here if you want, but it's kind of hard to tell with these like sub-dollar stocks how far down they're actually going to go. So very close there. Just about touched it. Yes, I am in COSM. Yeah. Yeah. That's looking okay. FRGT came very, very close to the stop out. I'm still not really convinced it's going to go lower, but it could really do anything, so we'll have to see. Back up a little bit. SHC halted at 6:32. It's now 6:35, so we should have 2 minutes left. Well, I mean, almost 3 minutes left by the clock there. Yep, MFH is halted up. Yeah, we got some time on that. We got, another minute until MFH unhalts. COSM, nasty drop, just dropped below that band and shot back up, which is good. This could be a good place to add more FRGT, to be honest. I think I might do that, actually. I'm going to add another trade of FRGT here. FRGT, 0.37-ish, I'm going to say, because maybe 0.38 is where you're going to get in. Still going to try for 0.50, and then we're going to go for a 0.35 stop loss. So we don't want to give it too much more room. We don't really need to give it too much more room. 0.35 should be fine. Okay, COSM still sitting around 17 cents. SHC should be unhalting soon. Same with MFH. MFH should actually be first, so it should be unhalting here any second. FRGT almost hit 0.39 there. I'm like almost afraid to look away from this, might miss it. Unless we're going for a 10-minute halt, but I highly doubt it. We shall see. There it goes, opening up. Will it hold? It's looking pretty weak. but we got to be ready to jump in. Let's see, MFH. I'd like to say $1.60 here. Maybe we'll find some support in that area and we can see a move up. And we'll try for $1.90, $1.80 with $1.55. But I'm not really quite ready to say that yet. We just gotta wait and see what happens here. I got some good support right there at the bottom where that last candle got halted, but yeah, I'm assuming it's going to drop a bit more. I'm going to say it with, say it's a risky entry, of course. I just want to put it out there so that people know that it's a possibility. We are at $1.58 right now. Looking pretty good. So, I mean, I'm happy to buy around $1.58 and move that stop down a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, I put that in right. So $1.58, you could be looking at $1.53. You could wait a little bit more too if you want, just to try. Ideally, I'd kind of like a stop around $1.47. So I mean, at that point, yeah, we're almost there right now with an entry anyway. $1.52. So that's not looking bad right there. I like that. I'll take it. I'm gonna buy in right now. I keep saying that, and I'm doing it right now. Okay. So at $1.48, we're probably looking at $1.43 stop. If it hits this, we'll just be out. That was a lot more falling than I anticipated faster. SHC's unhalting up. This one's still looking pretty bullish. We could jump into this right now. Gonna give it about 30 cents of a stop. So about 8.50. You could give it a little bit tighter of a stop if you want, depending where you jumped in on it. I just had to say I'm getting into it quickly because I wasn't going to get an alert out before I jumped in on it. MFHC is just dropping right to stop, so we're just going to let that go. MFH, yeah. SHC is looking good, all the way up at 940, just touching 940, I think 942. Time to take profit on SHC, 940-ish. Just gonna take a little bit off the table here. As far as FRGT goes, we did see a couple cents of, well, maybe 1 or 2 cents of profit there. If you're not in yet, 36 cents is probably looking like a pretty good place to be. You could move your stop lower if you want, but honestly, I don't think it's really worth it. Cosm still bouncing around 16 cents. We're still looking for, you know, at least 18 cents off this. SHC, we're seeing some wicks at the top, so I wouldn't be holding on to too much. We might try going MFH when it unhalts here, but we are halted down now on this. ICU is not doing much. GLD is not doing anything. MMAT did make its move, so it went from $1.93 there to 208, so that's actually a pretty decent move. So this is kind of proving itself to actually be able to move a little bit. SHC, even though it was wicking out, looks like it's still continuing to climb. FRGT struggling here on the 200, so we'll see. If it breaks down from 200, it'll probably be time to just let it go. Cosm finally starting to make its move here. We might see 18 cents out of it. When it does hit 18 cents, I will be happy to take some profits. Cosm 0.18. We're just about there. SHC hit 960 there, started to move down a little bit. What's the range here? We've got 550 to 650. So you know what? We got a good range on ICU. A considerably good range. So if we can get in around 550, 560, this could be a good trade. So ICU's on the top of the list right now. 1780. Come on, hit 18. There we go, 18 right there. So we're going to take some profit. SAC starting to move down a little bit. MMAT back down near the bottom, so this is the area that we might see a good bounce on, and I want to jump in on that. MMAT, $1.95, gonna go for probably 210 with a $1.90 stop, I guess. You know, if we could get a little bit lower, that'd be great. But I do like this pullback, so we're looking at, I guess, $1.90 for a stop out here. Oh, $1.94. We're getting somewhere here. If we had $1.93, I'd be real happy with that because we could make a new low kind of stop. And well, even $1.94 is not bad. I don't know why I'm specifically looking for $1.93. Even $1.94 will give us that extra cent that we're looking for. And we're moving back up now, which is good. SHC does look like it wants to keep climbing. COSM will probably break out here. We might hit, if we hit 19 cents, again, with the stock this cheap, every cent counts. So we're looking at 19 cents to take some more profit. And then we're probably looking at 20 cents. So just keep that in mind. FRGT still holding. ICU's moving back up quite a bit, actually. Too much so for us to actually jump in on it right now. So we'll be leaving that alone. We did hit that 94 cent area again on MMAT, so keep that in mind. We're still looking at FRGT for some profits. Has yet to give us any. Newton went halted. Yeah, that's on my halt scanner. I haven't actually looked at it yet, though. NWTN. Whoops. NWTN. Yeah, so that one's looking pretty good here. Yeah, this popped up on the pre-market, but it wasn't looking great, so I didn't even really bother to look. But 570 to 650, so it's got a decent range on it. MMAT falling to the bottom here, so if you're being particular with your entry, this is looking like a pretty good spot to get in. I really honestly wouldn't move that stop loss much lower, though. I think the extra 1 cent's probably good. We don't want this breaking down to a new low at all. FRGT starting to move up. We're going to see what happens. SHC, you know what? It's consolidating nicely so far. COSM all over the place. It topped out at 18, went all the way back down to 16. It's kind of, yeah, all over the place. But I think this is something that might start making gains here pretty quick. ICU, again, really looking to buy into this around that 650 or 550 area. Put 2 lines here. I did not mean to. And now it's going to annoy me. We'll get rid of that one. Yeah, about 550, even 560 is probably okay. Kinda. I mean, we wanna put a low or a stop at the low, right? Which kind of makes this a little bit difficult, because we'd be looking at like a 535 stop. So it's quite a bit of room. MMAT is starting to turn around. ENSC as well. What's my SL on MMAT? Can't even find the ticker. Oh, it's because I'm on it. It's $1.89. ENSC, let's take a look at ENSC. I'm going to get rid of wet G here. It's not doing anything. ENSC, got a lot of lines that aren't making sense right now, so let's get rid of all of them. We see a bottom 203, moved up to 230, so that's a very good range. It's looking pretty steady. I'm not seeing, it's hard to tell though when you get something like this, just the very, very solid moves, how far down something could come back. This could be the bottom here at 216, right? But again, like we have that 200 that's not too far away, but the stock is looking pretty bullish. So I see you going for that drop. What I think, MFH, so far, it's not looking great. I don't think it's worth trading right this second, but we'd have to see what price action starts to look like here. So far, it's not showing a lot of volume, which is not necessarily what we want to see, unless we start seeing some good buying volume come up right after. You all slept on it? Yeah, we did. Look at that. Did you sleep on it, Jackal? Did you get it? You got it? Way to go. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, at this point, I think it's too high for me to jump unless I saw some really bullish momentum. And then, even then, it's probably pretty risky, but I mean, it's looking okay. I mean, it might be worth the risk. Slowly convincing myself. FRGT, we're up that 2 cents that we were talking about, almost 3 cents actually. So make sure you take some. Taking some profit, FRGT 0.39-ish. Where are we here? We're not looking bad on that front. SHC still looking good. We're still waiting on MMAT to really pick up here. I mean, first PT is going to be $2. Then we're looking at 205, and then I'd like to see 210. ENSC is looking bullish. It's just straight up looking bullish. I'm going to take a chance on it. ENSC, 220, 250 with a 2.0. No, not 2.0. 214 stop. I'll give it 214. I can't really justify more room than that. We're also waiting a little bit. I'd like to see a better number than this to get in. That's my problem. That could stop me from getting into this trade altogether, but we'll see. Yeah, this is not looking like something I want to jump into right away. SHC, however, is still looking pretty good, I gotta say. Cosm, I think Cosm could probably go again, and you know what? Our stop loss being at 15 cents, it looks massive right now. So if we start seeing a breakdown lower than the 1650 area, maybe even cut it at the low 16s if it drops that low, right? ICU did drop down to about 560, so that was very close to the area we were looking at getting into. FRGT is still looking very good here, hitting that 0.39 area that we were talking about to take some profits. So please do so. Past that, we're looking at probably, I would say 0.41, maybe 0.42. We'll say 0.41 for now, but we'll have to see what it looks like when it gets up there. And then we'll go for like 0.43. And then past that, we'll probably go for 0.46. ICU, nice climb. SHC, nice drop. MMAT almost hitting PT1 here, $2. Taking some profit. MMAT, $2. Around $2. You get 199, can't really complain. MFH continues to drop. Yeah, so like if there was going to be a point of return on this, it would probably be around that $2 area, but we've dropped down to 0.98 now, so that's a little low for me. We haven't dropped down past this VWAP yet, and that's probably honestly a good thing, but it still makes it hard for me to enter on this. I mean, at least 225. Just give me at least 225, and we could possibly talk about an entry. Man, ICU just didn't want to give it to us. You know, we came down pretty far. We almost were at that point where I wanted to buy in, but it moved back up too much. Too much, too quickly. Can't buy it now. Newton continues to drop a little bit. We will see. No, I didn't jump in ICU. At the end of the day, the extra 10 cents, or not even 10 cents, I think it really honestly came down to like 4 cents from where like I kind of wanted to just get in. But it just wasn't enough for me apparently, and now I've missed out on like $0.50 move, so. Well, that sucks, but it is what it is. Could do the same thing with ENSC, but you know what? I'm starting to feel like we might see a bigger drop here, so I'm kind of holding out for that 220 area. We'll see. Gonna kick myself if this starts to move back up though. Oh, nice drop. Okay, we're buying in on ICU. I like that. ICU about 5. I can't type this properly. 550-ish. We'll go for, wow, that was a big drop. We'll say 540-ish then. We'll have to see where it's at in a second here. 5. Now let's go 650 PT within a 5. 520 stop loss, I guess. Yeah, 520. I really would be scared if this hit 520, so I'm quite okay just giving this about 20 cents. So it's not a huge deal to me to cut it at that point. Already nice move, but yeah, man, that dropped from 613 all the way down to 540. Holy moly. Let's hope we see that come back up quite. It's already coming back up quite a bit. We're already up like 30 cents on this. I'm gonna go ahead and take some profit. 580-ish. It's not a lot, but I mean, like, you know, if you get 20, 30 cents on something like this, you're already bigger than your stop loss. That's a good one-to-one spot to take your profits to begin with anyway. Past that, $6 is looking pretty solid for a little bit more on that profit side. And then, of course, we would like to hit that 650 area. And then after that, we'll just let it run. We'll let it do its thing. So we did touch that $2 profit take. It is coming back down. This is looking a little more healthy now. We're seeing it slowly, gradually build up here, which is good. That's what we want to see. If we start seeing a breakdown lower than that last low, then we might be in trouble. Man, what a good short that would have been. Holy moly. SHC still holding. Where do we take our profit on that? About 940. It did hit almost, it did touch 960, but I didn't take any more. I'm still not really ready to take more on that either. We did see almost $6 there on ICU, so we could say, you know, taking more profit, ICU, $6, just to give people the idea that we're aiming for about $6. FRGT is back down a little bit. Yeah, it hasn't really hit higher than that 0.39 area, which is, you know what, fine. We got 3 cents out of FRGT as it is, and that's pretty big for a stock that's sub 50 cents. So I would like to see it higher, but I'm not in a rush. ENSC did drop down to 290. We got our entry in ENSC. I was going to retype the alert, but don't need to, because we have it. I was actually really surprised we got that, to be honest. It's already looking okay, too. It's moving back up slightly. So, I mean, like, at this point, it might be worth giving the extra couple cents to get that to 210, depending where you got it. I think the lowest was 219 there. But at the same time, giving it 10 cents on a stock this small is probably not great. We will see. We're already up at least 6 cents on this, which is, you know what, not bad. I would say taking some profit. ENSC 228. We're already at 230. This is fantastic. You know what? That's the first time in a while I've actually been patient for an entry and it actually worked out. You know what? ICU, I was patient with that too. Honestly, this was kind of just a fluke though. I think someone hit a big sell order and we just capitalized on it, and it was nice. Newton going right back up. Is that halted again? That looks like a halt to me. It hasn't popped up on my scanner though. Yeah, it's definitely halted. Shit, we missed it. I mean poop. Whatever is not a swear word. SHC is kind of in a predicament here. We'll see. We'll see if it can break out. It's my fancy drawings. Could probably even move that one up a little bit tighter. If you stretch these out enough, you might be able to make them touch. I see you touching that $6 mark. So remember, we said that's where to take some profit. This is like a weird chart because no matter how you kind of look at it, it just doesn't look right. There we go. That kind of looks better. That stretches out the way I want it stretched out. FRGT is looking okay. Did you stop gaming? Well, I stopped playing Overwatch. It's too team based, and if you're not playing with like a full squad, it's very hard to get a winning team. I see you looking pretty decent here. MMAT, yeah, it's at the bottom. Kind of waiting for Starfield to come out. I'm really excited for Starfield. 231 on ENSC. I mean, the next point probably going to be 236. We had a squad, yeah. Sometimes we had a squad. But there's usually like only 3 or 4 of us playing. We actually broke out quite a bit there on SHC, more than I would have anticipated. Yeah, it is sad. ICU not looking too bad. FRGT not really doing anything. Would be great if it actually started to move. He only reads the other chat. No, I read this one. The problem with this is, though, that my alerts channel's on a different thing, so I can only really switch to the chat when I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be taking another entry. Otherwise, I have to just kind of stick around my alerts channel so that I can get it. It would be cool if I could just type it in this channel. Have 2 Discord windows open. Can I do that? Is that a thing? Oh, on the web. Gotcha. Maybe. Busy signing for the evals at Apex. There you go. I do have the monitors for it. I could probably fit it on something. We'll see, though. Yeah, that did look like it was going to break. I thought maybe a breakout when we hit up here, but it looks more like a breakdown to me. MMAT also looking like a breakdown. ENSC is still looking okay. You have 3 different chats open in Discord right now. Is there a way on the app just to open up separate windows? Because that would be great. I see you going for that breakout. Had a nice breakdown there to 570, back up to 612. Still looking for that 650 on it. FRGT not really moving at all. Cosm not really moving at all. SHC slowly breaking down. MMAT hasn't stopped us out yet, which is good, but it's not looking fantastic, that's for sure. What else we got going on? GLDG here, all the way up to 109? Maybe that would have been okay. Newton here is not doing anything. You used to use your iPads? Wouldn't have missed Newton twice, yeah. True. Yeah, that would have been a good play right there. $6.60 to almost $8. We'll see what happens with SHC here. ICU looks like it kind of wants to go here. I'm waiting for that breakout above that 615 area. And Cosm is like almost no threat of stopping us out, but the major threat is just not getting any more gains out of it. SHC honestly looks like it might turn around here. It's pretty first time negative on that MACD, first of all, and looks like it might want to curl. We do have a little bit of support here at this 880. I could have just like another, yeah, I could just have another Can I be logged in on Discord through the app on 2 computers? Because I could probably do that. Just never tried it. And just have like another computer sitting here. Newton's unhalted. You know what? I'm going to jump in on Newton. I think it could possibly go again. I don't know. NWTN. I'm calling it Newton, by the way. 780. Go for $10, because who really knows at this point, and then go for like a 740 stop loss, something like that. Give about 40 cents. I mean, you could see 740 pretty quickly, so depends where you get in, I guess. One of those areas where you have to be patient or not patient all at the same time. You're on all your computers. How many computers do you have? We're at 790 right here, so getting very close to that 780 zone. We're at 780. Might see a little bit more of a drop here. We'll see. More than on might think. More than one might think. Yeah. Had to say it in my head to make sure it made sense. We've got a lot of things, a lot of positions like half open here that I would like to, start closing out, but we'd really have to see some stuff start to move. Okay, so Newton's almost down to 760 here. Thinking about an entry right there. So you can move this at 760, we can move that down to about 720. Don't know if that'll save us or not, but you know what? It is what it is. We'll see. Cause I'm bouncing off the bottom here. I mean, we could go for 1 cent scalps here over and over. 1 cent is honestly not that bad if we go from like 0.16 to 0.17, you're still looking at 6% gains, right? So taking this from, 0.16 to 0.18, that's huge. I think I'm going to do that. Awesome. 0.16, 0.18, whoop, 0.18, 0.15. Nice little scalps. Oh, hold on. We're just breaking to a new low here. This could be bad. That's not good. That's not what I want to see. MMAT is climbing nicely. SHC is doing its thing. COSM did break a new low there, so it's not really ideal, but you never know. Newton's still sitting around that 760 area. ENSC slowly dropping here. So I'm glad we hit at least the first 1 or 2 PTs. I'm kind of hoping for more out of it, but at this point it looks more likely to stop us out on the remainder than anything else. So you could go ahead and take an exit here if you want to, if you're a little bit worried about it. We will see, though. It'd be nice to see FRGT move. 9 EMA bounce. On what? Which one? On Newton. You're just invested in Newton. That's what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I mean, you know what? We dropped down. We bounced it back up to 790. That's a pretty good place to take a little bit off the table if you got in 760. That's 30 cents. Like, it's sort of good. It's almost a 1-to-1. And this one's or not this one, but Newton's a little bit more risky because this has halted twice and we're up like a huge amount on it. So MMAT here looking like it's probably going to get rejected off VWAP again. ICU starting to come back down. FRGT still not doing anything. Really hoping to see Cosm kind of break out here a little bit. MMAT not doing too bad. Ooh, ENSC with a nice bounce. Newton still breaking down a little bit. Got a lot of things looking pretty iffy right now. What do we have for trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are out of trades. So we're basically just watching and waiting now. We're hoping some of these things like don't actually stop us out and start to make more gains. SHC, we're still holding on to a little bit of this, and it is looking very likely to just stop us out at this point. It's looked like it's going to turn around a couple times. ICU still moving. Back over $6, yeah. I agree. How many am I still in? FRGT, yeah, FRGT, ICU, COSM, SHC, MMAT, ENSC, and Newton. I'm in all of them. What's my stop on FRGT? It is 35 cents at the bottom. And we're getting very, very close to it now, which is not what I want to see. ICU also taking a little bit of a dip. Yeah. COSM is still sitting lower than anticipated. We did hit back up to 17 cents, and I would say that, you know, obviously that's going to be your first scale out point. ICU, yeah, it does look like it's holding. I'm sure it's still trying to get past that 615 area. I would really like to see 650 out of it, and I think this one's more likely to see 650 before we see 520 on it. I should make the call out now to take profits at 17 cents. COSM 0.17. Moved Newton lure to my lower entry. I did, yes. Yeah, it's a 720. However, you know what? That's right at VWAP now, and I don't know if that's going to save me. But this was a very bullish-looking 1 minute candle. If we move over to 5 minute, it's not bullish or bearish, so I mean we could be safe here. Yeah, it looks like it will bounce off that 740. We're looking half decent here on ICU. FRGT hasn't stopped us out yet, got very close. Same with SHC. I'm sure either FRGT or SHC is going to stop us out, one or the other, maybe both, who knows. MMAT is still looking like it wants to go, but I don't know if we're going to get back up to that 7 even or 208 area. Never mind 210. ENSC back up to the 230 area. Newton, massive drop there. Unfortunate, stopping us out in the remainder. We didn't even walk away with too much in terms of profits there. Yeah, maybe 10 cents. After, I should have taken more. I was just really hoping it was going to bounce, and it didn't. So, we're still green on it. It's just not very green. Probably like 1%. Up to 233 here on ENSC. Looking like we're going to hit that 236 right there. Nice. Taking profit. ENSC 236. And the next one going to be probably, I'd say like 242 at least. Shouldn't have gotten earlier with you. Yeah, I know. Could be a good VWAP bounce again. We've seen it hold on VWAP before, right? So, I mean, this could be a possibility. I'm out of trades now, so that's a problem for me, but I would almost like to give it another chance, though. Yeah. I'll make the call. NWTN, 720, maybe up to $8 with a 7 Maybe just a $7 stop. I mean, honestly, $7 is pretty close. Still, you might want to go like 680. I mean, like, you got the room. You could definitely go 680 if you want to. Unless this is a complete breakdown, I think it'll be fine. MMAT is finally moving. Yeah, we're seeing it above $2. We had 203. Looking pretty good there. Could be an okay place to take some more profit if you really want to. Cosm's just breaking down, and I hate to see it. If you got your entry already, it's not looking great. ICU also, you know what? Those bands are coming in pretty tight. We're seeing a lot of like kind of mixed signals all over the place with this, so I'm hoping that we start to pick it up a little bit. FRGT looks like it's probably going to stop us out, and we will be stopping out on the remainder of SHC there. But I'm glad to see MMAT kind of picking it up a little bit, and we got some extra profits on ENSC, and we might even hit that 242 area. Newton's looking pretty good as well. We are seeing some selling pressure, but it has moved up, which is good. We'll see. MFH is not playable. I really think that FRGT is just going to stop us out. So, I mean, if you want to, you can always cut early to save yourself a little bit of pain. Besides that, though, we do have a couple other things. I don't think we're going to play this. It's just kind of barcoding. We have NH or NXL, which did have a pretty big move there, and it did halt. So we went from market open here, $1.60, all the way up to $3.20. How did we miss this? Jackal, come on. How did you miss this? How could you? That was such a big move. That's nuts. Yeah, I think that's it, though. NMTC, maybe? We'll see. I don't know what else to get rid of. We'll just open up a new one. Can't catch everything. Yep. NMTC. Like, it opened okay, but it just kind of isn't doing anything now, so. She's holding out. Yeah, definitely. LMDX, GLD, no. UCL, we've looked at this a couple times, and it's just not the right thing. Yeah, it's not good. It's not terrible, not good. But NXL, man, this thing could really fly. But it's already up so high. It's another one of those things where it's already up so high. So, I mean, the thing with Cosm is if you waited and you got 15 cents, you're up at 16 cents now, and that's a good place to take at least a little bit off the table. If you were in at 16 cents, you could use this as a break even. I see you trying for 6. Yeah, I'm trying for 615 here. I need to see it break 615. If we can do that, I think we can hit 650 pretty soon. But still stopped out of FRGT, which is actually kind of amazing. I've got no words for this stock. It didn't look like it was going to do anything, and then it just randomly jumped up like 20 cents. Well, 15 cents. It broke it, and then it just completely dumped. Upsetting. We did hit our second PT here at 205 on MMAT, so make sure you take some profits there. Okay. What's Newton doing? Newton's back down. Did hit all the way up to 760 though, which is not bad from the 720 area. If you can get 40 cents out of it, that's not bad. You know what? ICU's done this quite a few times though, where it dumps and it comes back pretty quick. So if it comes back pretty quick again, I still have faith. We did hit up to 37 cents again on FRGT. Oh my god, the stock doesn't stop. 280. It just went from like 240 to 280 in a matter of seconds here. Just like 3 minutes, technically speaking. I would like to say this is too high and it's not going to continue its run, but who really knows at this point? ENSC not really giving us that 242 quite yet. Let's see if ICU can make a move here. I'm still looking for 17 cents on COSM here. Yeah, the bands are too tight. This isn't going to go much further, at least not right this second. It's not to say next second it won't, because who really knows with the stock. So Newton dropped down to about 694. So from the call, 680 was the stop. Should make sure I keep track of that at least a little bit. NXL's looking pretty good. MMAT's looking pretty good to hit 210 here pretty quick. COSM, I'd still like to see at least 17 cents out. ICU's not doing a whole lot. FRGT's really not doing anything. Come on, something. Anything. Is there anything else? Not really. Yeah, I wouldn't say much else at all. I still think Newton could probably go again. I think NXL has a good potential as well. I mean, it did go up to 322, right? There's lots of room. Was your biggest trade so far? Where did you pick it up at? Did you get down around that 540, 550 area? Nice. That's awesome. I don't know what my biggest trade was. Honestly, I think it might have been one of the small ones. Like small stocks, obviously, not small trade. Yeah, first COSM trade, 12%. That was it. What was ICU? 9% on ICU so far, which isn't bad. Yeah, the second COSM trade so far, 6%. Hesitating on that entry when I broke a new low really kind of saved me, I think. I'm not sure if we're going to get 0.17. If we get 0.17 or 0.18, it'll be a huge trade. But, I mean, if it just sits at 0.16, that's not terrible. MMAT literally 1 cent off from our next PT there at 210, which is pretty good. I mean, we did hit 2.9 before, so if we don't hit 210, it'll be because we failed to break through the resistance there. Couldn't get the COSM entry. Yeah, so was looking at 0.16 to get in, but when the second I was thinking about getting in, it dropped to that new low, so just kind of held off for a bit, and then I don't know, my stop is still down here. I mean, my entry is somewhere around like mid 1550s, yeah, 0.1550, I guess, technically speaking. But yeah, hopefully COSM ends up working out here. ICU is going for a massive drop all the way down to the 550 zone again. This could be another good area to pick up more shares. I really don't think it's a bad time. I might make another call for that. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Did I say COSM? I don't know. I meant ICU. 550. Go for 6. I'm going to say 615 just to be safe here. And then we'll go for 530 for a stop, because 520 probably not needed. 530 is probably a little bit better. I'm out of trade, so this is just for the people. COSM's looking pretty good, actually. You know what? We still haven't stopped out of FRGT somehow. Really not sure how. NXL still holding. You know what? This could be a mini bull flag or something. Whatever pattern you want, really. Yeah, that's my drawing skills. I could probably have made that a little nicer, but there you go. Newton just hitting stop. Okay. NXL not doing much. MMAT, we did hit 210. We actually hit 211. That's what we wanted out of it, so we got it. Surprisingly. Honestly, I thought MMAT was going to stop out. But looks like we somehow managed to make a decent play out of that. Almost right at the bottom. We almost caught the bottom. Close to 17 cents here on COSM. COSM 0.17. Hopefully we hit 0.17. That would be great. Be really great to see 0.18 again, or even higher. Still holding on to some from the first trade as well. ICU, yeah, I think ICU is looking pretty good down here. Newton just going through a huge drop here. SHC, you know, I think a lot of these stocks today have a potential to be playable again. ENSC, like if it gets some good volume, it's been pretty sporadic all throughout, so kind of hard to play that. But you know, NXL, it had a huge run, right? $1.60 to $3.20, so literally 100% gains on market open. So I do think that this has a potential to keep going. MMAT obviously has shown that it's got potential to keep going. It's got lots of volume. COSM, not really great on, well, it's not bad on volume. It's okay. But the price action's kind of been there. And really with the stock this cheap, if you just give it 1 cent in either direction, you're looking at probably 6%, right? So, I mean, it's kind of worth it just to take it from, like, if you see it bouncing off support, to just to take it like 1 or 2 cents. If you can get 2 cents out of it, that's huge. SHC, you know, it's kind of lowered in volume, but it's almost back down to a support area here at 815. That could be worth keeping an eye on. FRGT, I'm not really sure about yet. I don't really think this looks too playable, but we're holding on to some shares, so who knows? Maybe it'll be something that kind of makes its move. And COSM, I do feel like COSM has a good chance of hitting 17 cents here. So up higher on MMAT, we just have a runner left on this. We can actually get rid of these. Well, as far as the runner goes, I'd like to see 215 at least, but I mean, honestly, 220 would be great. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah. Newton might be playable. It's kind of back down in that area before the halt, which is kind of probably an area of support. So 640-ish might be a decent entry. It's kind of hard to tell with this stock what's going on, though, so I don't know. I'd say that was probably a pretty risky one to even consider really getting in. But we had quite a few halts today, which is really nice to see. We haven't been seeing a whole lot of that lately, so even if we didn't catch any of them, I'm still glad we saw some. We'll go over the trade tracker here quickly. We still have a lot open, so keep that in mind as well. Made $1,000 today, so that's 2.7%. So you know what? Better than the last couple days, which is fantastic. As far as the trade summary goes, we're up 63% today, which is nothing. Man, I miss having those 100% days. I think it was like all last month we were averaging, was it last month? We were averaging pretty close to 100% a day. In any case, it was pretty good. This time, not so great. We're hitting like 50, 40, 60% most of the time. I don't even think we got 1 day, 2 days. Yeah, like 2 days, maybe 3, okay, 4 days, 5 days. All right, 6 days. Most days, I'm just being dramatic then, I guess. 6 days we hit higher than, 60%. So that's not too bad. But anyways, guys, I don't know if we're going to take any more trades or find any more trades. COSM, still waiting on that. ICU, we're still waiting on that. FRGT, we're still waiting on that. ENSC, I do think that has a potential to go higher. I don't know if getting another entry on it would be smart, though. There's not a lot of price action to go off of, so That kind of makes it kind of hard to play. SHC, yeah, hitting that area of support or getting very, very close to it. MMAT made its little push there to almost 215. Yeah, there you go. 215 right there. Could take a little bit more out here and then wait for the rest. Taking a bit more MMAT, 215, and waiting for 220 for the rest. And then we'll see. We'll see after that. I think 220, I'll be taking the rest out here, and then that'll be that for MMAT, if we hit that. And if we don't hit that, at this point, it's not really a lot left, so we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to hop off. Enjoy the rest of your trading today. Hopefully you guys made some money, and hopefully your afternoon is pretty good as well. But I will see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.